Today, I want to speak to the truth that is quietly unfolding within you, a truth that, when recognized, reveals that the universe, that divine intelligence, is elevating you to a new level of being. You may not have realized it yet, but your life is shifting. The patterns, the old limitations, the stories you once believed are beginning to dissolve. This is no accident. When God, or whatever higher power you resonate with, starts to move you forward, there are unmistakable signs. The first sign is restlessness paired with clarity. You feel a stirring deep inside, a yearning for something more profound. It's as if a higher version of yourself is calling you from within. You don't fully understand it yet, but there is a magnetic pull toward transformation. This restlessness is not confusion. It's a signal from your soul that your current state no longer serves your highest good. The second sign is synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. You will notice doors opening that you never expected. People will enter your life just when you need them. Opportunities will arise that align perfectly with your growth. These are the whispers of divine timing, reminding you that you are on the right path. Third, you begin to experience a shift in your emotional state. You become more attuned to peace even in the face of chaos. Your heart starts to open wider, and compassion becomes a natural response rather than an effort. This emotional elevation is the internal proof that your energy is rising, and with it, your consciousness. Fourth, you will notice a change in your thought patterns. Your mind, once cluttered with doubt and fear, becomes clearer. You start to reprogram yourself from the inside out, consciously choosing thoughts that reflect your new reality. This mental clarity is the foundation upon which your next level is built. Finally, you will feel a profound sense of purpose and alignment. Your actions begin to flow effortlessly because they are in harmony with your soul's mission. This sense of alignment is the ultimate confirmation that you are being elevated. Remember, this elevation is not just about external success. It is about becoming a fuller expression of your true self. It is a sacred invitation to transcend old limitations and step into the infinite potential that already resides within you. So if you see these signs, restlessness with clarity, synchronicity, emotional elevation, mental clarity, and alignment, know this: God is not just watching over you. God is moving you forward. You are being lifted into a higher dimension of your life where new possibilities await. Embrace this process with faith and courage. Trust that every challenge, every moment of uncertainty is part of your divine unfolding. This is your time to rise, to heal, and to become the magnificent creation you were always meant to be. Absolutely. Here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 1. When you are being elevated to the next level by a higher power, one of the first signs you'll notice is a profound restlessness combined with a surprising clarity. This restlessness isn't simply anxiety or frustration. It's something deeper, an inner stirring that refuses to be ignored. It's as if a part of you that has been asleep or buried under routine is now waking up with a powerful urgency. You might find yourself feeling unsettled in your current circumstances, sensing that what you once found satisfying no longer resonates. This feeling can come as discomfort, but it's not negative. It's a signal from your deeper self that you're ready for transformation. At the same time, even though you may not fully understand where you're headed, there is a clarity beneath the restlessness. It's like an intuitive knowing that a new chapter is beginning. This clarity does not necessarily come with concrete answers or a detailed plan, but rather a feeling, a sense of direction, or a call towards something greater. It's a quiet voice inside you, urging you to pay attention to your inner world and your desires, even if the external world seems chaotic or confusing. This internal combination of restlessness and clarity is powerful because it pushes you out of complacency. You start to question old beliefs, habits, and patterns that no longer serve your highest potential. The restlessness energizes you to seek change, while the clarity gives you a glimpse of what's possible if you allow yourself to grow. It's this dynamic tension that acts as a catalyst for growth, moving you beyond your comfort zone and into a space where transformation can happen. When you recognize this feeling within yourself, it's a sign that you're on the verge of breaking through to a new level of consciousness and being. Certainly, here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 2. As you begin to move into a higher level of your life, you'll start noticing something remarkable: synchronicities. These are meaningful coincidences that catch your attention because they feel too precise, too timely to be mere chance. You might run into someone unexpectedly who offers exactly the advice or opportunity you need, or you find that a situation unfolds in a way that aligns perfectly with your goals and desires. These moments serve as gentle confirmations from the universe, letting you know that you are on the right path and that a higher intelligence is guiding your journey. Synchronicities are like signposts along the road, signaling that the energies around you are aligning to support your growth. When you become more aware of these occurrences, you begin to trust the flow of life more deeply. It's as if the universe conspires in your favor, orchestrating events and encounters that help you step into your next phase with greater ease. You may notice patterns, numbers repeating, conversations that resonate with your inner thoughts, or opportunities appearing just when you need them. These are not random. They are the language of divine timing. Recognizing synchronicities requires openness and attention. When you are preoccupied or distracted, these signs can easily be overlooked. But as your consciousness expands, your sensitivity to these subtle cues increases. You begin to see that the bigger picture is unfolding beyond your immediate perception. This awareness builds your faith in the unseen forces that support your evolution, encouraging you to keep moving forward even when the destination isn't clear. In essence, synchronicities are a form of communication from the divine, a reassurance that you are being elevated. They remind you that you are never alone in your journey and that the universe is constantly working behind the scenes to help you manifest your highest potential. Of course. Here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 3. One of the profound signs that you are being elevated to the next level is a noticeable shift in your emotional state. As your consciousness rises, you begin to experience a deeper sense of peace that persists even when external circumstances are challenging. This inner calm is not dependent on your surroundings or the events unfolding in your life. Rather, it comes from a growing connection to something greater than yourself. It's a quiet, steady presence that grounds you, helping you to navigate difficulties without being overwhelmed by fear, anxiety, or frustration. Along with this peace, you will often find that compassion naturally expands within you. You become more empathetic, not just toward others but also toward yourself. Instead of harsh self-judgment, you cultivate kindness and understanding, recognizing that growth is a process filled with both struggles and breakthroughs. This emotional elevation allows you to hold space for others' experiences without becoming entangled in their pain or drama. It's a sign that your heart is opening wider, moving beyond old limitations like resentment or bitterness. This transformation in your emotional landscape is subtle but powerful. You may notice that you no longer react as intensely to situations that once triggered strong emotions. Instead, you respond with greater equanimity and grace. Your emotional resilience grows, and you feel less like a victim of circumstances and more like a conscious creator of your experience. This is because you are learning to anchor yourself in higher vibrational states that support healing and growth. As you embody this elevated emotional state, your relationships and environment begin to reflect this change. People may sense your calm energy and be drawn to it, and you may find yourself attracting experiences that resonate with this newfound peace and compassion. This emotional transformation is a clear indication that your energy is rising and that you are moving into a new level of spiritual and personal development. Certainly, here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 4. A significant sign that you are being elevated is a noticeable shift in your thought patterns. As you grow, your mind begins to clear away old, limiting beliefs and repetitive negative self-talk that once held you captive. Instead of being dominated by fear, doubt, or confusion, your thoughts start to align with clarity, possibility, and empowerment. This change isn't something that happens overnight. It's a gradual rewiring of your mental landscape, where you become increasingly aware of the power your mind holds in shaping your reality. You begin to notice the quality of your thoughts more carefully. Instead of reacting automatically to situations with worry or pessimism, you start to pause and choose thoughts that support your highest good. This conscious choice creates a new inner environment, one where optimism and confidence can take root. As a result, your mind becomes a fertile ground for new ideas, solutions, and creative insights that propel you forward. You're no longer stuck in old patterns because you are intentionally cultivating thoughts that reflect the future you want to live. This mental clarity also brings with it a stronger ability to focus. Distractions that once scattered your attention lose their grip, and you find it easier to direct your energy toward what truly matters. Your mental habits begin to support your goals rather than undermine them, allowing you to move through challenges with greater ease. This shift in thought is closely connected to your evolving identity. You start to see yourself as capable, worthy, and deserving of the next level you are stepping into. Through this process, you learn that your thoughts are not random or passive. They are powerful creative tools. By becoming the conscious observer and director of your mental landscape, you open the door to new possibilities and realities. This shift in your thinking patterns is a clear and tangible sign that you are moving beyond old limitations and stepping into an elevated state of being. Certainly. Here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 5. As you are being elevated to the next level, you begin to experience a growing sense of purpose and alignment in your life. This feeling is different from simply having goals or ambitions. It is a deep, intrinsic knowing that your actions, choices, and path are in harmony with your true self and soul's mission. You start to notice that what once felt like struggle or confusion now carries a clear direction and meaning. Every step you take feels purposeful, even when the road is challenging, because you understand it is leading you towards something greater. This sense of alignment often comes with a new level of ease and flow in your daily life. Tasks that once felt heavy or burdensome may now feel lighter, and opportunities seem to present themselves naturally when you are tuned into your purpose. You may find that you are more willing to take risks or step outside your comfort zone because the internal pull toward what is right for you becomes stronger than fear or doubt. This alignment is the result of your energy and intentions syncing up with the larger forces at work in the universe. With this newfound clarity, you also begin to make decisions that resonate deeply with your values and highest good. You become less influenced by external expectations or distractions and more guided by your inner wisdom. This shift often brings a greater sense of fulfillment because you are living authentically and contributing in ways that feel meaningful. It can also create a ripple effect, inspiring those around you as you embody your true purpose. This growing alignment is a powerful indicator that you are moving into your next level. It reflects an expansion of consciousness where your inner and outer worlds are no longer in conflict, but moving in synchrony. This harmony fuels your momentum, propelling you forward on your journey with confidence and clarity. Certainly, here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 6. One of the clear signs that you are being elevated is the natural dissolution of old limitations. These limitations can take many forms. Beliefs you once held about yourself, fears that kept you stuck, habits that no longer serve your growth, or even relationships and environments that constrained your potential. As you move into a higher level of awareness, these old boundaries begin to break down effortlessly, as if the universe is gently clearing the way for your expansion. You might notice that thoughts or feelings that once triggered doubt or insecurity lose their grip on you. What used to feel like insurmountable obstacles suddenly seem more manageable or even irrelevant. This happens because your consciousness is shifting. You're starting to see yourself and your possibilities through a different lens. The mental and emotional frameworks that kept you confined to a smaller version of yourself are gradually being replaced by new perspectives that support growth, freedom, and empowerment. This process is often subtle. You may not immediately recognize the transformation because it happens beneath the surface of your awareness. But over time, you find yourself responding differently to challenges, making choices that align with your true nature, and stepping into situations with greater confidence. The resistance you once felt begins to dissolve because it no longer resonates with the new energy you are embodying. Letting go of limitations also means releasing attachment to old identities and stories that no longer fit. This can be uncomfortable at times because it requires surrendering what feels familiar, even if it was holding you back. However, this surrender is necessary for elevation. It creates space for new possibilities, higher frequencies of being, and the unfolding of your full potential. This natural breaking down of barriers is a powerful sign that your journey is progressing and that you are being prepared for the next level of your life and consciousness. Certainly, here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 7. When you are being elevated by divine intelligence, you begin to sense that a greater force is actively moving you forward, even when you cannot see the entire path ahead. This presence, whether you call it God, the universe, or a higher power, is working behind the scenes to guide your journey in ways that serve your highest good. You may have moments where life feels orchestrated beyond your control, yet these moments are filled with an underlying purpose that you can sense deep within your being. This divine movement is often subtle but undeniable. You might experience doors opening at just the right time or find that situations align to support your growth in unexpected ways. Even setbacks can carry hidden blessings, nudging you toward lessons or opportunities that help you evolve. The feeling that you are not alone, that an intelligent force is steering you toward greater fulfillment, instills a sense of trust and surrender in your heart. This process invites you to release the illusion of needing to control every outcome. Instead, you are encouraged to cultivate faith in the unfolding of your life, knowing that what is happening is part of a larger, benevolent plan. This trust allows you to move through uncertainty with greater ease, understanding that even when the path is unclear, you are being carried forward by a wisdom greater than your own. Divine intelligence also inspires you to raise your vibration, to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the higher frequencies that support your elevation. As you do this, you become more receptive to guidance, intuition, and synchronicities that confirm you are on the right track. This connection deepens over time, strengthening your sense of partnership with the universe in co-creating your reality. Recognizing this divine movement in your life is a powerful indicator that you are being elevated to a new level of consciousness and experience. Absolutely. Here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 8. Challenges are an inevitable part of any journey toward elevation, and when you are being moved to the next level, these obstacles take on a new meaning. Rather than viewing difficulties as setbacks or failures, you begin to see them as essential components of your spiritual and personal growth. Each challenge becomes an invitation to deepen your understanding, strengthen your resilience, and expand your capacity to rise above limiting circumstances. When divine forces are elevating you, challenges often appear at key moments, testing your commitment and readiness for the transformation ahead. These moments may push you beyond your comfort zone, requiring you to confront fears, doubts, or ingrained habits that no longer serve your highest purpose. While this process can be uncomfortable or even painful at times, it also serves as a powerful catalyst for growth and awakening. Instead of resisting challenges, you learn to embrace them with curiosity and courage. You start to recognize that these difficulties are temporary and that they hold valuable lessons. They teach you about your strength, your inner resources, and the power of surrender. This shift in perspective allows you to move through hardship with greater grace, understanding that each obstacle is a stepping stone on your path to elevation. Moreover, challenges help to purify your intentions and clarify your priorities. They reveal what truly matters to you and what you are willing to stand for. Through adversity, your connection to your authentic self deepens, and your commitment to your higher purpose becomes clearer. By welcoming challenges as part of your spiritual journey, you align yourself with the natural flow of growth and transformation. This mindset shift transforms resistance into acceptance and fear into faith, enabling you to navigate the process of elevation with strength and confidence. Certainly, here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 9. Elevation is not merely about achieving external success, accumulating wealth, or gaining recognition. While these things can sometimes accompany growth, true elevation is about a profound inner transformation that shifts how you experience yourself and the world around you. It is about expanding your consciousness and stepping into a fuller expression of who you truly are, beyond superficial accomplishments or material gains. When you are being elevated, you start to realize that external markers of success are fleeting and often fail to bring lasting fulfillment. Instead, what matters most is the evolution of your inner world, the way you think, feel, and perceive reality. This inner transformation leads to greater peace, clarity, and alignment with your purpose. It is a process of shedding old identities and limitations so you can embody a higher vibration of being. This shift also changes your relationship with success itself. Instead of chasing achievement for approval or validation, you pursue growth and contribution from a place of authenticity and service. You recognize that your worth is inherent and not dependent on external outcomes. This awareness frees you from the constant pressure to prove yourself and allows you to create from a space of joy and inspiration. True elevation invites you to live with intention and presence, cultivating qualities such as compassion, gratitude, and mindfulness. These qualities enhance your relationships and interactions, creating a ripple effect that touches others in positive ways. As your consciousness expands, you become more connected to the collective and understand that your growth contributes to the evolution of humanity as a whole. By focusing on inner transformation rather than just external success, you align with the deeper currents of life and purpose. This holistic elevation supports sustainable growth that nurtures your soul and empowers you to live fully and freely. Certainly, here's the expanded version of Keynote No. 10. Trust and faith are essential components in the process of being elevated to the next level, especially when the path ahead is uncertain or unclear. When you are undergoing profound transformation, it's common to encounter moments of doubt, fear, or confusion. These feelings are natural because moving beyond familiar territory often involves stepping into the unknown. However, it is trust and faith that serve as the guiding light, helping you to navigate this transition with resilience and openness. Trust begins with believing in the wisdom of the process itself. It means understanding that even when you cannot see the full picture, there is a larger intelligence at work orchestrating your growth. This trust allows you to release the need for control and certainty, embracing the flow of life with a sense of surrender. Instead of resisting change or fearing failure, you open yourself to possibilities, knowing that each experience is contributing to your evolution. Faith goes hand in hand with trust, but adds a deeper dimension of spiritual conviction. It is the unwavering belief that you are supported, loved, and guided by forces greater than yourself. This faith anchors you during challenging times, providing strength when circumstances feel overwhelming or confusing. It encourages you to keep moving forward even when the outcomes are not immediately visible. Cultivating trust and faith requires practice and patience. It often begins with small acts of surrender, like letting go of an old pattern or choosing hope over fear in a difficult moment. Over time, as you witness the unfolding of your life in alignment with your highest good, your trust deepens and becomes a steady foundation for your journey. Without trust and faith, it's easy to become stuck in resistance or doubt, which can block the natural flow of elevation. These qualities open the heart and mind, allowing you to receive the guidance, support, and opportunities that the next level of your life has in store.